We're filming today here at the Cable Street Inn, which is where the Battle of Cable Street took place in 1936. It's the backdrop for our production, but it's also personally where my great-grandmother, my grandmother and my great-uncles all grew up in this area. This is a very personal project to me, apart from wanting it to have a legacy of understanding anti-Semitism and racism and pulling minorities together. It also tells the story of my family. My great-grandmother Annie came here as a young teenage immigrant. I was brought up with stories about the Battle of Cable Street, where my great-grandmother came face to face with Oswald Mosley and his British Union of Fascists. Mosley and his black shirts went all the way around this area. So on the day when he marched on Cable Street, my great-grandmother and the other Jews and the anti-fascists thought they were going to be standing alone. And what was so moving and incredible was that all the other working class communities came out and said, no, if you come for one, you come for us all. So I was told stories about how the Irish neighbours, the small Afro-Caribbean community, the English working classes, the dockers, other unionists, and just ordinary heroes stood up and linked hands and stood in the windows and threw marble so that they couldn't march and threw rubbish on the head of the fascists and turned over milk floats and said, you shall not pass. And it was an absolute civil rights moment in this country that we have forgotten about, and it's to be celebrated. That's my family's history, that's the history of this area, and that is a British moment of pure solidarity. And we need to remember it because we need more of that. We're living in difficult times.